They'll be calling you a radical.
They'll be calling you a radical.
Look who we got and where we're at.
This is Radchick. I'm here with Kevin, and we are at the Spiral Jetty in Utah. I came out here for a family emergency, and it turned into a little mini vacation. So we had a wonderful chat today on the way out here. This lovely drive through the Utah countryside that, of course, is littered with all kinds of military-industrial
the military complex on Balco out here. I showed her. There's so many secret nuclear dump sites out here. There's so many. The grassy mountains right on the other side. I camp out here at night, and you can see every star. There's not a light anywhere. The only thing you can see is grassy mountains right over there, lit up. Burning nuclear waste. Energy Solutions dump site, burning fucking waste. ATK, the rocket booster dump sites right on the other side. You know, it's the whole complex. The one thing that it's D-Day. We talk about, you know, these fucking elite oligarchs fucking taking our young men and turning them into victims. I am Pat fucking Tillman. But Fukushima is kind of the capitulation to everything that's evolved post D-Day. And by the way, like I said, you know, Bobby Kennedy was killed this day. You know, he stood up for us. Anybody fucking stands up, they fucking whack. Andy Warhol was shot this day, by the way. My soup cans, by the way, are nuclear reactors. But I think it is, you know, D-Day is an important fucking day on more issues than one. Post D-Day, you go back, and we were just talking about, here and I were talking about, even the powers then were tricking our soldiers and getting them slaughtered when they were going into Italy. First time they were invading Rome in 1500 years from the south. I believe it was Lindsay lied to them and, you know, was so fucking backwards. Why? They sent all those elites in there. They gave the Germans weren't even there. Gave them notice they were there and fucking waited 5 days, and all those elite soldiers, they just slaughtered them, sent them to the fucking lambs. That's what we do. That's what they're doing to all of us now with Fukushima.
Yeah. When they sent everybody in on D-Day, they told the guys no one was going to know they were coming. They had Operation Bodyguard that was running congruently with the other operation. That no one would know. It would be safe. They were going to go in during bad weather. They were going to go in after midnight, and they were going to take over. And instead, they got slaughtered. And we lost 4,000 men.
My uncle just passed away. He just passed away. Grew up on the Radchick. He was an incredible man. Was in the first fleet, first wave. His platoon. I think there were 2 guys that made it, were alive that day. Battle of the Bulge guy, this guy was an incredible man. Snuck out at 17 years old. Snuck out of the house, fucking joy. He just passed away. He was an amazing man. I grew up right here on a giant ranch. She can tell you, these landscapes are so vast and gigantic. This is Timbuk 3, 4, and 5, the military industrialized complex scattered all through here. But like I said, they send us to the wolves all the time. These oligarchs, they think they have money, but I call this the great equalizer. Because I'm in there. One of my doctors was Jobs Doctors, but these elites fly into our elite unit. It's an elite unit. I watch them just fucking mow down, and they're so arrogant, they think that they're above this. So I always say they're eating their fucking own now. Now, we can get into the debate where it was caused on purpose. It doesn't fucking really matter.
No.
The fact of the matter is it fucking happened.
It doesn't matter.
But what we do know, I think your line's the greatest line I've ever heard on Fukushima. And I believe it's your line. The only thing being controlled at Fukushima is us.
Yep.
As Americans. The Chinese, they know.
Yep.
The Russians, they know. We don't fucking know.
Yeah, everyone that I know that's Chinese, they're not even eating fish anymore. And it was a huge part of their diet, but they're smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. And then, you know, we have the people who live here in Utah, and Kevin and I were talking about here how unhealthy everybody is. And part of the reason is because they've been, you know, nuked to death.
Yeah.
Their thyroids are probably malfunctioning.
Oh,
but I mean,
yeah.
it's a
We
really,
call it the
really
Utah smiley face
population. And then
it used to be really beautiful people. When I grew up here in Ogden, Utah, it was the beautiful people place. And of course, a lot of the beautiful people have left. You know, they took their money, went to San Francisco or Coronado. It's like when I was going to leave when I was young, and my ex she's an incredible model, incredible, beautiful, and a real bitch. But it's like when she left. She's like, well, you know, how come you're not going with Kevin? I said, well, who's going to stay here and fight? And by the way, I can't leave anyway because I grew up on this incredible, I spent my whole life on this desert, my whole life. The desert, this whole landscape is like my first love. My children know it. They know it to the I come out here camping for days. I'll go for days. I'm in every place you're not supposed to be. I know every nook, cranny, and I'm like, it's your first love. This was my first love, and she's never betrayed me. Why would I leave her? I'm in symphony. I'm in bed with this landscape. I can't fucking leave. I couldn't leave it if I fucking wanted. It's like, I mean, the landscape is me. Me and the landscape are so tied into, I mean, I spend my whole life outdoors. And not just because the jetty's here. I love this landscape out here. I mean, you can't tell, but the lake just goes bright red. We were just talking about how purple and red it is over here. Let me turn the camera over here. You stand over there, Christina.
Yeah, and he's not kidding. He knows the story behind like every single military place that we drove by. He could tell you the history of all of the protests that have been held to try to shut these people down. But you know, the propaganda is so thick. It's invaded every aspect of our lives. And you know, to this day, the type of this may be D-Day, but the type of weapons that our government has, they don't need to fight wars anymore. We don't need to be building bombs. We don't need to be bulking up on our vehicles and our Humvees. And you know, they get a $7 million contract. They'll use $1 million of it, and the other $6 million goes to the people that are in charge, right?
The elite assholes.
The paperwork. And I mean, it's such a horrendous problem.
Oh,
but it's never going to get fixed if people don't talk about it. And there's so few of us that will put themselves out there and try to get this information out. And we need more people to help spread our work around and make people aware of what's going on.
Well, not only that, you know, and I gave up on quantity. You heard me say when I was leading the Million Mass Man March, you know, we're not about quantity. We're about quality, because really it only takes a few. But we need a few strong fucking people to get fucking serious about this in a dynamic fucking way. Nuclearism's not going away, and I say we lost the fucking information war. Of course we lost the Fukushima. But, you know, somebody says, oh, did you ever think you could win? Of course we thought we could fucking win. You know, oh, God's will, she says. Some Christian, you're not, these aren't Christians. You know, they fake us out. By the way, Hitler called himself a freaking strong Christian. They ain't Christians, just like now. They're fucking the opposite of Jesus Christ. You know, the military complex gone amok, but Fukushima's the great equalizer. That's what people don't understand. I don't care how much money you have. You know, and they take the money. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their wives. You know, just like these marine biologists. Why can't any of them break ranks? Why can't one person be, you know, I use that spoof on Al Pacino. Why can't one of them be Arthur Kirkland? You know, and he goes off in that rant in the movie and Justice for All. Well, the prosecutor's got all this great stuff. He's not going to get my client. He's not going to get my client. Because I'm going to fucking get him. He would do it again. He fucking told me so. We need an insider to break fucking ranks. At Berkeley, one of the marine biologists say, hey, yeah, we need some good fucking healthy panic. We're big boys. We're big girls in fucking the United States. We can handle the fucking truth. The oligarchs are the ones who can't fucking handle the truth. The elitists who are robbing the military, they're the ones that can't handle it because all their money goes. That's her beautiful daughter. What a beautiful girl that young woman is. What a sight, huh? It's really spectacular out here. Well, thanks, Christina, you know, for coming. And like I said, I'll show you some more stuff. The Moxie fuel plant out at West 12th Street, the secret one. The energy solution. Right out there is Grassy Knolls. Right there. No, people don't know about Clean Harbor's Grassy Knolls. They have a burn plant. They burn nuclear waste. Radnet's big balloons set right over here. Then Harry Reid, you know, worked right over here when Challenger blew up and it was their rocket booster. I showed her that place. Is that place creepy?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Woo!
For sure.
Well,
I was afraid to pull out my camera and take pictures.
Well, you know me. I know the rules really good. You know me at Livermore. I go right to you can't touch. But you go in. So I have an attorney that reviews my stuff. Used to. Of course, he's mad at me now. He says I really have turned into a fucking radical. And I says, yeah, and you're a fucking sheep that goes along with the fucking system. Anyway, stay tuned.